you for tuning in. We begin the learning of the universal laws that we may manifest the wealth within that we are innately with elimination. This kicks off our 12-part series for the 12 powers that we're going to cover, all within the Verity Prosperity Clarity Project. Before the closet of consciousness can be rearranged, we must first rid ourselves of the old so that we may have a welcoming space for the new to come in. After all, everything needs its own space, right? Generally around springtime, as it is with nature, many people go through their cleansing rituals that out with the old, in with the new. Because, to be quite honest, you don't want to end up like this guy.
Well, I would love to have a library. I look at stately homes and they have these huge rooms, these library books. Oh, heaven. Yeah. Because I find books restful. I like having books to look at. I actually like clutter. I like having lots of stuff. And like if I had a 3-bedroom house, then it wouldn't be a problem because I'd have enough room for all the stuff I've got. So I'd be quite happy. But I don't. I've got a 1-bedroom flat, so I have to be realistic. There is so much stuff. And I need to get rid of it. It's sort of like a realization that it's not the way it should be, and I can spend most of my time ignoring it because part of the problem is that I don't mind too much most of the time.
Now, I've never seen a whole episode of Hoarders, but the highlight reels that I have seen, they all share a similar commonality. Ain't none of them happy. They're angry accumulators, satisfied with stuff, house a mess, and they don't have any fun flowing through their lives. Bless their hearts. Do you know anyone like this? Who's just that satisfied with the status quo? Who's just okay with life? Who even says, oh, that's just how it is. They're surviving, but they're not thriving. And when your happy ass come around and say, hey, let's go to Brazil for the winter, they look at you, probably with a cigarette hanging out their mouth, talking like this, slumped over on the couch with some alcoholic beverage they call their usual, chilling. Hard. Don't you just want to tell them about their disconnected, disassociated attitude and help them out of that emotional junkyard and say something like, let it go, let it go. Well, just like yin and yang is part of the same whole and cannot be separated, neither can the elimination of errors be separated from the addition of ideals. At the same time, you know what you don't want, you know what you do want too. That's why there's good and bad, Republican and Democrat, light and darkness. It's in the contrast that you experience that shows you your life's preferences, that gives you an aim, which gives you an ambition to drive towards. You just need to allow yourself the privilege to look towards the possibilities that you may not have noticed before. And it's sad that some people begin to weep even at the thought of thinking about what they want. Like they have been living their lives for others for so long that to think about their own true desires, they're at a loss for words. They're like, is this really happening? It's a foreign idea to them. But I know you're different. I bet if, say for instance, somebody came to you with, what's that game, Marry, Sex, or Kill? You'll know exactly who to pick. You'll rank them like that. Y'all have seen Coming to America, right? Remember the part where the Prince of Zamunda was chasing his queen-to-be? She's your queen-to-be. Chasing his future bride. She was running away from him. She didn't want to hear nothing from him. She was mad because he had lied to her about his royal status. It was still a lie, men. He was so in love and so ready to be with this woman that he renounced his throne.
You're royalty, for God's sake.
You want me to renounce my throne? I will. From this moment on, I renounce my throne. I am no longer the Prince of Zamunda. I renounce my throne.
nothing else mattered but the affections that he had for her. We too have to be that way as well. We have to renounce any unhealthy and negative people, any thoughts, ideologies, judgments, false beliefs, and any programming that doesn't align with our own inner aristocratic aspiration. Because truth be told, we all have royalty in our blood. And God showed us how to wipe the mind's slate clean when he brought the flood. Noah and his family were the only ones that were able to survive because of their pure and moral souls. And with all that commotion going on that big ass boat, I don't know how the 3 blind mice survived, and there were snakes on an ark. But I know if Samuel L. Jackson was alive back then, he'd announce their presence, all right. So does this mean that we are Noah's descendants and not Adam's? Speaking of who's who, Thaddeus, the son of James, is the appointed apostle for the elimination faculty within the body. It's situated in the lower part of the back. And when this guy is acting right, love and tenderness win. If he's not though, then on the tree of knowledge of good and evil, fear, hate, and revenge rule in this nerve center. You're likely to also experience tension dominating your body. You'll feel a resistance, irritable, and that's how you know that you're not aligned with the I am presence within. Just pay attention to your body language. It speaks and guides without words. And it's a cool phenomenon to watch, especially when you have the realization of the origin of a certain feeling, of a certain sharp pain. At that moment, your intuition will tell you what it's about. This is the cleansing process that the wealth innately that you are can be expressed in your life. Listen closely to it. It's your responsibility to adjust. Because when you're at a place of non-resistance, prosperity can flow through your life. As we have to bind and loose the spirits that we have to discern, it's also the case that we must affirm and deny false belief systems. It goes against nature to hold on to anything because attachment is the very thing that imprisons you. When people say love hurts, no, love don't hurt. It's your attachment to the expectation that you had for this particular person when not honored hurts. Because at the time that you receive the atonement in your heart of hearts, the new comes and the old goes. All things are new within the Christ consciousness. So if you hold on to attachments, don't be surprised if you experience pain, become indecisive, if your backbone isn't as strong as it used to be, or you lose confidence. You're going against the law. Subsequently, you'll baptize yourself in your own hell, then find somebody else to blame it on. Oh, he did this. Oh, she did this. It's your responsibility, beloved. It is your own doing. And holding on to thoughts that don't serve you, that create disharmony, pushes heaven away. It pushes your wealth away. This harmony doesn't resonate with the wealth of your being. So until harmony is restored, it won't come into your seeing. Remember our new word, ganglionic center, from the last video? Remember we said that Thaddeus, the name of the nerve center, is in the lower rear part of the abdomen? Well, as we've established, as within, so without. If you experience constipation and excessive meat is not in your diet, then the cause of it could be that you're holding on to ideas and thoughts and people that need to be let go. There's something that you need to renounce and release.
Relax, release, relax, relax, release, relax, relax.
Don't reach for something that will only take care of the symptom and not the actual cause of the diseasement. That has its own sets of problems. Your body holds energy. I know you've seen someone old, been out of shape, got that hunchback of Notre Dame working, even bent over at the waist sometimes. All those years of being burdened in the mind takes its toll on its body. And rest in peace should not be something we say only at funerals. It's good to say that to the dearly departed, but that should be affirmed to everyone, just as bless you and good day. Imagine the possibilities of your life if you were to gift yourself the grace of heavenly thoughts. It troubles me when I hear preachers talk about, oh, I was given this burden. We live in language. If it's a burden, it's going to weigh you down. But if it's a grace that you give yourself, you can be empowered upon hearing it framed that way. But how would you look like if you were to express heaven more? Whatever is pure, holy, just, good. Think on those things. Those thoughts that inject loving energy into your cells and your tissues and your organs. They breathe new life in your body. And that resonates with the outside world and attracts to you the frequency that you're giving off. You create love within, and you'll see it without. You meditate on pleasantries within, you'll see them without. Because remember, out of hope, faith, and love, love is the most important to behold within the mind. The body is divine, and every activity of this temple is divine. Divine mind made it, or God, however you address that force. And you will determine your path. You'll either be on the or wait, hold on. I forgot who I was talking to. Y'all probably don't know those songs. Let me give y'all something better. You'll either be on
There ain't nothing here for me. There ain't nothing here for me anymore. But I don't wanna be alone. If you want, we could be run away, running from. And instead of love, yeah, there ain't nothing here for
or better. But my point is that if God made it, it is divine. God only sees our perfect identity. You're not broken and nothing is wrong with you. There's just an awareness that has to be revealed within your consciousness that you may operate better within the universal laws that surround you. And upon its understanding, it will allow you to live from empowerment instead of detriment. We need only inject this truth into our consciousness that we may live in the light that we are. Which brings me to my final point. Now, each one of these powers that we're going to go over in the next set of videos, they have a regenerative exercise associated with them. For those within my organization, you will be sent a special link that you may incorporate these exercises into your meditation, your prayer practices, your daily habits. This will accelerate your results over the 21-day period. And this acceleration you'll see within recreation, vocation, and all your relations. So, since you're within my organization, you may receive this information upon immediate request. Just send a message through the contact tab on my website, seen right here, with the subject line, enroll me into the Prosperity Clarity University. Reprogramming the subconscious mind, it's an effort that you'll have to dedicate yourself to. You may hit the jackpot one day, but you can't trick the laws of the universe. You can only reap what you sow. Now, if you're not in my organization, why not? Hey, we're going to talk about that later. You're not off the hook. But anyway, if you would like to participate in the Prosperity Clarity University and would like to receive these exercises to apply over the 21-day period of your choosing, you can subscribe on my website for a low monthly membership investment of only $47 per month over 12 months, since there's only 12 powers. Just remember though, after you plant a tree, it doesn't immediately grow 60 feet tall in one summer. Many summers may come before you actually see a sprout. Now I'm talking about trees here, but it's your dedication that will make the difference in your results. Now, for those who refuse to have the same year as last year, and if you would prefer a reduced rate of 35% off, you may choose to select the option of a one-time investment of only $367. There's no long-term commitment, and you can cancel at any time. Now let's put that in perspective. Considering that's $1 a day to change your life, including leap year, this opportunity cannot be ignored. You deserve the best, not to stress. So, these videos are to cover the general information of the powers that are innately yours, that when tapped into, you can live the life you would love to live in your most wealthy place. I thank you for tuning in. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Sharing is caring. We will continue with the next video next week as we cover the power of love.